Other things I got another N-Gage. It's not an actual N-Gage though, it's you can see there, it's one of those display dummy phones that you get in the, or you used to get in the shops. So it's a non-working sample. And basically what this is, it's like you had them in shops before the phones released, or just so that people wouldn't steal them, the actual phones, just to get an idea of what the phone was really like before you bought it or pre-ordered it or whatever. But you can see it's got a weird kind of, one of those odd hologram type thingies there, the wee snowboarder, and that was like £2 on eBay. That was a real good bargain. And from the same seller I also got this little N-Gage branded stand, so if it was in the shop it would be sitting in the stand like that. And yeah, that was like £5 for the two things there. Really good bargain. It's weighted down with lead inside or something. It's really heavy, and the buttons all feel the same as a proper phone. But yeah, I thought it was a kind of cool thing to add to the collection. So moving on to the games that I bought, and I'll start with the Dreamcast games here. These are all, I've been kind of cutting back on the amount I'm spending on games. I'm only really buying things that I think are a good bargain. And this is a Japanese copy of Shenmue. You can see there, or Shenmue, or however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, complete copy here, manuals and everything. That was $4.99 delivered. I thought that was an amazing deal. Can't really play it because it's all in Japanese, but obviously the nice thing with Japanese games is they always come with all the extra bits and pieces, and obviously you get in the colour manual as well, so that's always nice to get. But yeah, that was like £5 delivered. You can see there, nice, really nice condition. I think it's meant to have an outer sleeve, but I wasn't with it. No big deal. Next thing I got here was Jet Set Radio, or Jet Grind Radio, whatever you want to call it, for the Dreamcast. And again, it's the Japanese version. And really like this game. This is like my favourite game on the Dreamcast, or one of. And again, I just really like the manuals you get with the Japanese games. I'll not bore you with it, but yeah, it's like basically like a mini art book with every game. Got all the characters there, all the nice artwork. Just really nice to look at. And look at that crazy Jet Set Radio logo. But yeah, that's the Japanese version there. And again, that was like £5. But that will go nicely because I've now got the complete collection. I've got the PAL version here. I've had that for a while, that's still sealed. And then you've got the Jet Grind Radio, which is the North American version as well. So nice to complete the full collection there. What else have I got? What will I do? I'll do the N-Gage games. So I did a bit of a trade with a fellow YouTuber, Callum. I can't remember his actual YouTube name. I think it's like Cal 888 something. I'll leave a link to his channel anyway. But he swapped me one of the prototype Pandemonium games that I had for this sealed copy of King of Fighters. So that was cool to have. So I've now got a double of that, if anyone wants to buy it or trade it, whatever. I also did another, well, I got a deal off an eBayer here for X-Men Legends, Rise of Apocalypse, that's called. X-Men Legends 2, another really rare game, so that's another one off the list. That was good to get. I also ordered from the States. I got this for about £6 delivered to the UK. It's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and this is a US version of the game. I just thought it was kind of cool because it's got a different artwork to the, or different packaging to the PAL release. I've got the PAL release here as well. So I thought it'd just be kind of cool to add to the collection. So moving along here, I got another deal on eBay, and I was actually just looking for Super Monkey Ball, this game here, on eBay, and I noticed that a seller was selling a bunch of original Xbox games and no one had bid on them. It's like $4.99. So just putting a random bid thinking, well, that's worth it just for the Super Monkey Ball game, and ended up winning them. I won them all for $4.99 delivered. So that was pretty cool. So you've got Terminator, Dawn of Fate. Not a very good game, but still kind of fun. Star Wars Episode 3, not a good game, but complete and everything, so whatever. Sonic Mega Collection, really good. You've got basically all the Sonic games in this, and you can play them on your original Xbox and high definition if you've got the wee cable for it. And Super Monkey Ball, which is the game I originally wanted. Really, really good game. So now got that for the original Xbox. And Robots. Kind of a kiddie game, but there's actually nothing wrong with it. I was playing it the other day. It's quite a good fun game. So all that for £5, not bad at all. Moving on to the retro games. I've got Rampage for the Master System. And this is complete and everything. It's all in really nice condition. I think I paid about £4 for that. Rampage is just Rampage. If you don't know what Rampage is, check it out on YouTube. It's a really good game. You basically just, there's no real point to it other than you're at one of these guys here and you just have to destroy the city as quickly as possible and rack up as many points. Really good fun game. I got that, and I got this again. This is a really good bargain. $2.98 from Game, I think, and it was actually watching one of the videos on gamercast.net. They've got a channel here on YouTube, and I think it's Catherine, possibly, that said that she'd picked up a copy of this for like $2.98. So I went out to the game, I mean my local game, and had a look the next day, and sure enough there was a copy of this in there for $2.98. So I don't know if you can really, how you can explain what this game's like. It's more like kind of a, I suppose like a real-time strategy kind of game. It's really good fun though. It's actually in the PSP right now. But yeah, for $2.98, it's a bargain. I recommend getting that. So moving on to the Xbox 360 games, or just some more of the 360 games I've got. I've started collecting some of the promotional copy games for the system. So I've got Bioshock here, not for resale. I think I paid about £4 for this. No one really wants them because they don't come with the manual, and they come in a non-retail white disc here. So I got that for like £4. And also I got a bunch of Enslaved items here. So I've got a promotional copy of Enslaved. Again, it comes on the non-retail white disc. The artwork is kind of faded in the front of these promotional copies, but it's meant to be like that, just so you know it's not a legit copy, or it is a legit copy, it's just not a retail copy, and they don't want you selling them on. You can see the artwork in the back is identical to a retail copy. And I'm a really massive fan of the Enslaved game, so I managed to pick up a PAL version of the Collector's Edition, and this includes a copy of the game. I'll actually show you it because the artwork in the Collector's Edition is slightly different to the regular edition of the game. I'm going to do a separate video on these after this, so if you're interested you can take a better look at this. So that's the copy of the game there. So you've got different artwork on the front. You've got Monkey on the front there, and then you've got Trip on the back as well. It's European copy of the game, or mainland Europe, so it's got these kind of funky rating system on it. But there's also the art book in there and the soundtrack, so that's cool to have. And I also picked up the talent pack, which was an exclusive to HMV. And again, I'm going to do this is the PlayStation 3, I'm going to do a proper video on this later. And I've also picked up some other bits and pieces here, like the comic book, and yeah, you get a book and stuff with this. But I'll show you that in a different video afterwards. But so yeah, first thing, I'll start off with the hardware I picked up, and first of all, a new console here, and this is a N-Gage QD. And this is a real bargain. I got this on eBay for, I think it was £4.80 and about £1 postage, and it was being sold as faulty with an undisclosed fault, so it didn't even say like if it wasn't turning on or the buttons weren't working or any of that kind of stuff. It was just faulty, and that's all you got told. So I took a gamble on it, and it got delivered within about 2 days, and it wouldn't turn on. So I just charged it, and when it charge the battery, I could turn it on, and it would get as far as the menu screen, and then it was asking for a security code. So didn't know the security code, so I actually just guessed it. It was just typed in 12345, and it worked. So yeah, that was the only thing wrong with it. The person didn't know the unlock code for getting into the phone. So that's pretty cool. It is missing a few different parts off the casing here. So you've got the wee cover for the audio and the charging port, and the same with the game port. It actually came with a game. It's a real beat up copy of Tomb Raider there, but I mean, it's free anyway, so that's alright. But actually what I got in the mail today, I got this a few weeks ago and I've already ordered a replacement case, but that actually turned up today. So this is it here, it came from Vietnam, and that's a replacement case with the tools you need for it. And I'll maybe do a video on showing you me restoring this to its former glory. But as you can see, I think that's an aftermarket case that's on it. So yeah, I'll be restoring that, and I'll have a hopefully perfectly mint condition N-gauge QD at the end of it. So yeah, that was the first thing, £6 for that, can't complain. Next thing I've got here is another controller for the Dreamcast, and this is a limited edition black, I suppose it was a smoke edition, I'm not sure what it was called, but this cost me, again, about £5, then £2 postage on top of that, so it was a really good bargain. It does have a bit of a mark in the front there, but can't complain too much. I actually bought some more of these, some more VMUs, and these are the clear green ones. I got a deal on these, I think they were about £5 for 4 on eBay, and a Mad Catz Rumble Pack here as well. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Go with my black Dreamcast. It just looks pretty cool over the regular edition. You can see the circuit board and everything inside. But yeah, so that's the Dreamcast controller I got there. Yeah, another big thing I got here was the Special Edition Bioshock 2 for the PlayStation 3. And again, this is a real bargain. This was £10 delivered. Yeah, this is an absolutely amazing limited edition set here. You get the big box and everything. You get a vinyl in it. You get a really high quality art book. You get the game itself, obviously. You get some posters, and you get the soundtrack on a CD as well as the vinyl. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Really, really good game. I've still to complete it actually. I've only got halfway through it, but yeah, that's a really cool thing to have. And £10 delivered. That's too good. What else have I got here? I'll show you some of the games I picked up with the PlayStation 3. So obviously I got Bioshock for the PlayStation 3 there. I picked up Heavy Rain. This was £5. Complete and everything. This was second hand, but £5. Not started playing that yet, but looking forward to trying it out. I've heard it's really good. I also got, what is this? This is Infamous here. Yeah, Infamous, and this was being sold for £5, but in a PC World I think it was, but the manager was like, well, it doesn't have a case, it doesn't have the outer sleeve for it, so how about I sell it to you for, I think it was $2.97 he wanted to sell it to me for, and I was like, yeah, I'll take that, no problem. So another bargain there. I've not actually played this before. I've heard it's all right, but £3, I'm not going to complain too much. What else did I get? Okay, I got Uncharted 2, and I paid £5 for this, and again it was from PC World, and they were doing this promotion where you pick up, it was at Christmas time, so they're doing like a kind of Christmas catalogue they had, and in the back of every catalogue had like a unique code, and the deal was you took the catalogue home, you went on their website and you registered the code, and everyone won a prize. But basically every single code was worth at least a £5 voucher. So you could redeem that in store, and they were selling this off at $9.97. I think the receipt's still in it. But I used the £5 voucher on that, so I got that for $4.97, and this is a really, really good game. I'm a few levels into it. I've actually got the strategy guide here for it, and I think I paid 99p for this, and I bought this way before I even had a PlayStation 3, so that's kind of cool. I'll use that if I get stuck, which I probably will get stuck at some point, but yeah, £5 for that. Uncharted 2, very good. What else did I get? Well, I've been watching a fellow YouTuber called Jesus Murphy. She does a lot of playthrough videos, and she's been playing Dead Space. And I've also heard a lot of people, I think the Stig was talking about how he really liked these games as well. I'll leave links to all these channels, and any game that I've bought, I've usually watched a YouTube video that's inspired me to, well, not inspired me to, but persuaded me to buy the game. So I'll leave links for those in the description. But yeah, been watching a playthrough of this, a Let's Play video of this, and it looks really, really good, and I thought I've got to try that out. So went and bought this. It actually cost me, I think it was about £12 delivered for this, and it's kind of jumped in price because of the sequel just coming out. So yeah, bit expensive for such an old game second hand, but it's a really, really good game. Really, really enjoying that. And because that game's so good, I picked up this as well, and this is Dead Space Extraction for the Wii. And again, I watched a Classic Game Room review, I think it was, or maybe it was a Classic Game Room Undertow game, whatever. I'll leave a link to it down in the description anyway. But this is like, it's like Dead Space, and it's set just during the, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it's set just before the events of this game and during the lead up to this game, I suppose. Kind of difficult to explain if you've never played the games before, but yeah, this is basically like an on-rail shooter for the Wii, and it's really, really gory. It's an 18. It's really good though. It's the storyline to it's excellent. The graphics are excellent. I wasn't planning on playing this until I finished this game, but I picked it up the other night and I thought I'll give that a try and see what it's like. And I couldn't put it down. I was like, I think I got into about 3 levels in, and I spent about 2 hours playing it. I only meant to just like test it out, but really, really good game. Pick this up if you've got a Wii. It's not like anything else I've played for the Wii, so yeah. That's enough about that. Xbox games here, and I'm running a bit long on time here, so maybe I have to split this into 2 part. But yeah, again, like the £5 voucher thing I was telling you about before, I actually got this for free. It's listed as £24.99, but I knew they were selling it off at £4.97. They just hadn't changed the ticket on it. So I went into the shop and I had my £5 voucher with me, and I took this up to the till, and I was like, can you check the price on this? And the girl at the till was like, well, if it says £24.99 on it, it's going to be £24.99. I was like, well, can you just check it anyway? She was like, right, okay. And yeah, sure enough, checked it out in the till, and she was like, yeah, it's £4.97. I was like, okay, that's cool. Can I use my £5 voucher on it? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I basically walked into the shop and walked right back out again with a completely free game. I used my £5 gift card on it. So that's pretty cool. Totally free copy of Bioshock there, brand new, everything, great. And again, I got a copy of Singularity here for Xbox 360, and it was listed up as £34.98, but it was actually £9.97. And again, I used my £5 voucher on that, and as you can see, I paid a grand total of £4.97 for it. So that's pretty cool. So I'll move on to some of the retro games here, and first of all, I'll show you the 32X games I got. So first of all, I got this here, and this is Motocross. What is it called? Motocross Championship, and this is a terrible, terrible game. I paid about £8 for this, which is way more than I should have. I thought it would probably be good fun, but it's just absolute rubbish. Don't buy this if you've got a 32X, it's no good at all. It looks worse than a regular Mega Drive game, and it just plays like absolute crap, so yeah, not a good game at all. Watching Classic Game Room reviews again, I picked up Metalhead here, and this is really good. This is like a first person shooter for the 32X, and this is a really good fun game. A wee bit slow, but it's a 32X game, so you can't really complain. And of course I had to get a copy of Cosmic Carnage. So yeah, not been able to play this yet because it's an American or a North American release of the game. So what I'm going to need to do is actually modify my 32X and Mega Drive to play this. It doesn't work currently.